Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Events Change Lives. Now, it's a pretty duh factor, right? But for those of you that are watching on Reels, make sure that you go to roberthollis.com/free and get a copy of my best-selling book, plus all the videos that I've been doing forever. So, waiting for everybody for Facebook to reach out and notify everyone. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. Melody Ryba. Great day to you. I love you and appreciate you so much. I got to give you a call. I miss you. Hello, Matthew. Hey, Aaron Parker. Superman. Bernie. Thank you very much. Hi, Craig. Great to have you on here. I don't know if I said hi to Kai. Hi, Kai. How you doing? We're almost there. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Dustin. Appreciate you guys so much. And we're a little bit after the minute, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, buddy. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Events Change Lives. Now, when I first say that, isn't it sort of a duh factor? You know, duh. Because there's things that happen in our lives, good or bad, that really change the emotional fabric of our lives. Wow, I don't know if I've ever said that. Emotional fabric of our lives. And if you notice anything that deals with therapy, anything, they all try to go back to find where this significant emotional event happened that altered and changed our life forever. And it's very easy to see when it's something that's traumatic, you know, a traumatic thing, like, you know, you got hurt or in a car accident, or maybe your parents got divorced, or, you know, something like that. It really is easy to see. And, you know, we always talk about the negatives, but the positives, you know what I mean, is you know, these little significant emotional events that happen in our lives that really alter and change our lives. And I know, you know, getting married, you know, was a significant emotional event for me. Of course, for me personally, I don't know if Terry knows this, but, you know, me flying back to Montana and proposing to her and asking her to be my wife, that was the click for me. You know what I mean? Getting married is all the neat things that you do, but it was my commitment to thinking in my mind, oh my God, if this woman isn't in my life for the rest of my life, I don't know how I'm going to move forward. And so all of us have these things that happen to us. Of course, the birth of my sons, really amazing, significant emotional events. But I want each and every one of you, if you look back in your life, as an event, something that happened that, pow, you know, everything is different, Aaron. So true, right? It's like, hey, I'm making a commitment. This is when it's happening. And so one of the things for me, of course, there's a lot of them, but I want to talk about one specific. And believe it or not, you guys know, short story, here I am, an auto mechanic. I'm going out to be a crew chief. I wanted to be a race car driver, and I talked myself out of that. You know what I mean? I did. I couldn't find a path. This whole stuff about, you know, well, you got to have money to get into good races to be able to show yourself. But totally brutally honest, I look back in those days and I didn't hustle. I didn't hustle to get the sponsorship and the money to be able to make that work. So I just said, hey, I'm going to be a crew chief, right? And then a significant emotional event that happened, of course, is a van coming off a hoist, me not getting out of the way, and having doctors tell me, you're not going to be a mechanic anymore. What? See, sometimes people say things and we believe things, right? And I believe them. You know, here's doctors. I'm in shock. My leg is swelling up, hyperextended my knee, took everything, you know, tore everything out of it. And thank God it didn't get amputated. But, you know, that's a significant emotional event. I can remember at that point where I lost my identity. It still chokes me up. it made me lose my identity because I'm an auto mechanic. That's all. Nicole, man, Nikolai, it's great to see you on here, man. Love to talk to you. I miss you. And one of the things that really got me was, I lost my identity. It's like, oh my God, I'm not a mechanic anymore. What else am I going to be? And for some of you that, have read my book, I want to be short. So 9 months, no money, $900 a month. I'm losing everything. I'm losing everything. Electricity shut off. Man, sometimes you got to be humble to put yourself in a position, right? And so this guy, Sean, that I met a few times, dated my cousin, reached out to me and invited me to meet my mentor my mentor that I didn't know was going to be my mentor, Bill Gould, that I write about. And when I seen his presentation and he was drawing circles on the board, I just went, oh my God, I can do this. I want to be a circle. I can learn to edify and promote and put people in front of this great information. And I'm just going to believe that it will happen. And it did. So when he left, though, he did not live in LA. So listen closely. So he lived in San Diego. And of course, I don't have two dimes to rub together. And so he went to San Diego, and now I'm edifying and promoting his tape. No, that's not what I did at the beginning. Because of a lack of self-esteem, because of a lack of self-confidence and belief in myself, what I did is I listened to all the people between me and Bill. Sean and Craig and Wes and Peter and Michelle. There was all these people that were building the business in Los Angeles, and they were not doing it right. They were not doing it right. Everything was around putting these boxes together and putting them in, like stores that are mom and pop discount stores like 7-Eleven, asking people to fill out a form to Las Vegas to win a trip to Vegas or Hawaii, I think it was, and then calling those leads and setting up a time to do a presentation to sell a water filtration system. And that's what I was taught to do. I don't know how to make 62 grand a month. So I listened to a bunch of people that were undocumented. Are you listening to me? And things were not going good for me. They were not going good at all, right? So this is what I do. This is what I do. Hey, Tom, and so I'm going out and selling water filters door to door. So that's what I'm going to do. And man, those first 2 weeks were just awful, man. Oh my God, I'm not a sales type. I'm not a salesman. But I need to do something to provide for me and my family, right? And really super dark time in my life. And I remember finally going to a meeting. They were all downtown, like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And I go down there and they start promoting this event, this convention that's happening in the LA Bonaventure, downtown LA. And I'm like going, listen, I got no money, even for parking. I'm not going to go. And Peter's no longer with us. And Peter said to me, Robert, listen, if you don't go to the convention, I'm not working with you anymore. I was like, what? And he goes, if you don't go to the convention, I'm not working with you anymore. I am an extremely rebellious person. If you tell me that I need to do something, that's usually when I don't. And I don't sometimes just to prove that you're wrong, right? And I'm going like, this is ridiculous. Why would they do this to me? I don't have any money. I can't afford this convention. I can't afford the parking to it. And, thank God that it wasn't in another state, you know what I mean? So I would have to pay for air flight. I'd have to pay for, housing and meals and stuff. And so I decided to go. And what happens is, like always what happens, I've already mentally prepared myself how awful this was going to be. And it was that awful. I went there and I see these people walking across the stage and they're so successful and they're talking about their lifestyle and their how much money they made and how many people are in their group and new homes and new cars and traveling all over and buying homes for their mom and dad. And I'm just like going, man, I am the epitome of being a loser. I mean, it's obvious that this business works. It's obvious that this company creates people that make incredible money, but yet I just can't figure this out. I'm like done, right? And all of a sudden, I tell the story all the time of a Mid-Eastern person that walked across the stage, Mahad Adi. I gotta find his real name. I just remember him walking on stage. And, he started talking in broken English. And he said, I'm so excited. I just got second Mercedes, building new home. I love this country. And I love this company. Thank you, thank you, thank you for me to, immigrate over here and be able to do this, the American dream. And I was like, wait a minute. Are you freaking telling me? Are you telling me that this guy, not even from this country, that can't speaks broken English, how in the hell can he do this? And there's a phrase that I say all the time that if you haven't gotten this click, if you haven't gotten this significant emotional event, then you're never going to make it in anything. There's got to be something that clicks in your head that says, if they're doing it, I can do it. You got to be nudging the people next to you. You got to be telling people that are next to you, are you kidding me? Not in a negative way. Are you freaking kidding me? This person's doing it. I can do this. Not, I'll try. Well, I wish that it would work. I hope that it would work. Oh, I'll give it a couple of weeks or a couple of months. No. It's like, my God, this guy's doing it. I can do it. Best decision I ever made in my life was I went up and respectfully waited for him. He got off stage. His downline was, giving him all kinds of props. His upline was giving him all kinds of props. And I just waited patiently in line. When I got to him, I said, congratulations on your success. And he said, thank you very much. Thank you. And I said, would you please help me? And his response is, absolutely. Absolutely, I can help you. I go, I'm having a lot of trouble. Can you just tell me what I need to do? And he says, yes, you need to go up to strangers, smile, introduce yourself, and ask them if they would like to make money, yes, no. I went, what? He says, yes. I introduce myself to people, and I ask them if they want to make money, yes, no. He says, this business is all about sorting. You say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. And I just went, what if they ask you questions? He says, you answer my question first. You want to make money? Yes, no. And I went, oh my God, well, of course I want to make money. He goes, great. I need to introduce you to my money man. Now, today we could say money person, right? And he says, and he just started going off on promotion and edification of this guy named Jeff Roberti. He's going, listen, I'm working directly with Jeff. Jeff is this. Jeff has made all this money. Jeff has done this. Jeff has done that. I'm learning directly from Jeff. Jeff is amazing. Blah, 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 blah. You got to meet Jeff. And I went, Jeff Roberti? Wow, that name sounds familiar. And he goes, who's your money person? And here's what's crazy. First of all, I'm selling water filters. I'm selling product. I'm not edifying anybody. I'm just talking about the product. Oh, you got a problem with your water? I have a solution. You need to buy a water filter. You need to buy a water filter. You need to be a water filter. You need to buy a water filter. That's all I was doing because that's all I was taught. Okay? He says to me, who's your money man? Again, we could say money person. I go, money person. Who brought you in the business? I said, Sean Hennigan. He goes, I don't know him. Did he walk the stage? No, he didn't. Wow. Who's above him? Craig, his roommate, Craig Wilson. No, don't know him. Who's above him? I said, this guy, I think his name was Tom. Don't know him. He says, who's above that? I said, Michelle Turan. I don't know her. Did she walk the stage? I said, no, none of these people walk the stage. He goes, who's above that? I said, Peter Wilson. No. Did he walk the stage? No. Who above that? I said, Sherry. He goes, oh my God, I know Sherry. Bill Gould? Yeah. He goes, Bill Gould is sponsored by Jeff Roberti, my money man. He goes, listen, you got to call on Monday. Call the company NSA, National Safety Associates, and ask them to get a message to Bill Gould. Have you met him? I said, yeah, I met him. He did a small fast start training after his video. And he goes, listen, you connect with Bill. You work with Bill. Bill will work with you. I said, okay. See, this guy just walked the stage. See, some people, I shouldn't say this. Some people are so ignorant and stupid. They don't know that they don't know. But I just watched a guy walk the stage. I said, if he can do it, I can do it. I need to know what he does. And he immediately tells me to do something. I just did it. I'm a weirdo. I know I'm a weirdo. Really? Okay, I'll do what you tell me. I turn around, immediately called the company on Monday. Bill Gould called me back right away. Hey, Robert, I remember you. You were the guy with the cast on his leg. I said, yes, sir. He says, listen, what are you doing this weekend? I go, whatever you tell me. He says, can you come down to San Diego? I'll spend some time with you. Yes, sir. And when I met Bill, he never talked about the company name, any of the products that they had. Wow. That significant emotional event of me looking at someone on stage, opening up my heart, my mind, being humbled. It was the best thing that happened to me. The first 2 weeks that I struggled in this industry made me so open-minded because I was already broke. Now I'm trying to find a way to make money. And don't you guys agree that if what you're doing is supposed to be working, then you'd see immediate results from it? I didn't have any. Zero. And I meet a guy, see a guy, and the event gave me that significant emotional event that altered and changed my life, that made me make a decision to learn directly from the source. And after that, everything changed. Everything changed. My first month working with him, I did 27,000 in volume, made over 10 grand. And from the time that I connected with Bill, a year later, $265,000. Yeah, things were rocketing. This plaque right here is National Marketing Director for NSA, the very top position at the time, and rocketed straight to the very top of the company. Got profit sharing, was in the Pac-10, just amazing. Because I'm learning from and doing things directly from the source. And Bill Gould worked with Jeff Roberti. I seen Ron Henley on here. Legacy. You know, Jeff Roberti and Bill Gould learned directly from Larry Thompson and Larry Huff. That learned directly from Earl Schoaf, along with Jim Rohn. Man, they do things different. So I'm like freaking out a little bit because there's going to be an announcement at this convention. You know what? Here's something that I'm just going to throw out here. It's going to sound crazy. If you knew what I knew that's going to happen at the convention, you would do anything you could to get there. I would get there even if I was with another company. Because you can go to MDC, get with the person that invited you to this video, get their link and create an account for free. As soon as you create an account, you're an affiliate with MDC. Then you can buy tickets to go to this event. Go to this event and allow the significant emotional event that's happening to you to happen to you to alter and change your whole life. You've heard the phrase, we become who we hang around. Here's a question for you. When's the last time that you've had a positive, significant emotional event happen in your life? See, every one of you can say the same BS excuses. I don't need to be there. I don't need to go. Nah, 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 nah. It's like, man. So there's going to be people on here that are going to make the decision to go, just like I did. I can guarantee you everyone that watches this video live or recorded was in a better spot than I was 35 years ago when I was told if I didn't go, they wouldn't work with me anymore. It's pretty funny. They got me there and they were right. As soon as I figured out the right path to take, I didn't work with them anymore. But it wasn't their choice. It was my choice. And lastly, because of my fast, rapid success, there was a group of people that were in my upline that got reconnected to Bill Gould and how he did the business. Isn't that amazing? And so now that's going to be released. You guys are going to hear an announcement that's going to make us another level of disruption. We've already disrupted the whole industry of the gig economy, the hustle, the side stream, the side hustle, the home-based business industry, the affiliate, the network marketing deal, the influencer program. You know, there's so many things free to get involved, free marketing system, free training. Josh Swagel and Jenna Swagel have disrupted this industry to a point where it's never going to go back. There's going to be people that are still going to find companies, but once they find MDC and see the difference, they're going to be going, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I didn't realize that I could get involved with a company. So for free. So you could reach out to the person, get a link, become an affiliate for free, check it all out. And then from that back office, you can click on events and purchase a ticket and get to this convention. Just do it. If you don't like the way your life is going right now, it's only because of the decisions that you haven't made. And making a non-decision is a decision. Making a decision, I'm not interested. I don't care. That one event changed Robert Hollis' life forever. Took him from a broke auto mechanic on workman's comp to a multi-millionaire. To accolades now of being at the top of 7 different companies. Being at a situation where we just went to 32,000. You guys are watching me do live videos on a daily basis. And there's thousands of people coming in my group every frickin' couple of days. You know what I mean? 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 31,000, 32,000. There's a lot of people out there that know how to do this business. But if you don't have 500-600 people coming in your group a day, or the person that you're following doesn't do that, you just got to be at this event, because there's going to be an announcement when you hear who's now going to influence us to the next level. It will blow your frickin' mind. It will blow. You'll be going, it's going to send, I believe that this one announcement is going to send such a shock and a ripple through the affiliate marketing, network marketing, home-based business arena. It's going to freak people out. It's going to freak people out. And here's another exclusive of the brainchild, the disruptor Josh Wagle and Jenna. There's not another company. Listen closely. There is not another company on the frickin' planet that will have this same training. Here's another one. The training that MDC will have, no other company is doing. They don't even know that they don't know. That's a big, bold statement, but you got to do it. You got to do it. So if you need any help, reach out to me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Do me a huge personal favor. Share this with everyone you know. And I'll see you on the next video. And if no one's ever given you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. I love and appreciate you. Take care. See you on the next video. Bye for now.